Alright, my name is Adam Briggs, and thank you all for attending my introduction speech. To live a healthy and happy life, you must take care of your mind and body. Many people are physically fit, but are not mentally fit. Other people are mentally fit, but are lacking physical fitness. Even though we are all well aware that the mind and body are connected, we do not fully recognize how tightly they work together. To have a well-balanced life, we must take care of both aspects because of how drastically one affects the other. Someone who is in peak physical shape would be lacking balance if they did not keep their mind sharp. They may look fantastic on the outside, but on the inside may be a total wreck. On the flip side, someone may be considered a genius, but their physical appearance may be less than desirable. In both cases, the imbalance greatly reduces happiness and quality of life. Physical activity comes in many forms, so there ought to be one way or another for all of us to exercise. However, for many people who have mental instability, physical activity is not exactly on the top of their list of things to do. It serves as a mental block that deters them from joining any form of interaction. What most people do not realize is that physical activity can greatly reduce mental insecurities, but the bridge must first be crossed continuously for improvement to occur. The Mayo Clinic states that exercise releases endorphins. Endorphins are basically the chemicals in your brain that make you feel good, but they also reduce immune system chemicals that lead to the deterioration of mental stability. Exercise is a great way to increase self-confidence and distract yourself from troubling thoughts and issues. Regular exercise is a healthy coping mechanism for dealing with mental conditions such as depression, stress, and anxiety, instead of turning towards substances that alter your state of mind that often lead to making things worse. Exercise can also be a form of social action that is as simple as a smile to a passerby that doesn't necessarily have to turn into a conversation. The truth of the matter is that boosting your self-esteem and improving your physical appearance does wonders towards changing how you perceive yourself. Mental activity is important by staying sharp and enriching your life with all the knowledge the world has to offer. Turning the TV off and picking up a book is often tough for some of us to do. We find it boring or inconvenient when mass media is streamed into our homes and available virtually everywhere you go. So why bother, you may ask? Reading is basically mental exercise. It strengthens connections in the brain and can even build new ones. Reading leads to becoming more educated about the world around us and is a far more reliable source than the internet or TV. However, reading is not the only way to exercise the brain. Mental exercise can be accomplished in many different ways. You can try using your non-dominant hand, listening to others empathically, practicing a musical instrument, and playing games or putting puzzles together. Despite what the critics say, even video games are a form of mental exercise because they take a great deal of concentration and hand-eye coordination to perform. Yoga is a great alternative that often incorporates both physical and mental conditioning and is far one of the best ways to accomplish both aspects. Everyone's life is busy and hectic at times. We often forget to take time in order to renew ourselves and reflect upon our life balance. Stephen Covey's book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, addresses both issues in the last chapter called Sharpen the Saw. He breaks the renewal process into 4 dimensions: physical, mental, social, emotional, and spiritual. Physical is, of course, exercise and nutrition, but also stress management. He describes mental as using your brain by reading, visualizing, planning, and writing. Social and emotional means to help others, have empathy, be positive, and believe in yourself. Spiritual reflection does not necessarily mean religion, but tuning into yourself through meditation, taking the time to ignore the outside world, and reflecting upon yourself. These things all take time and practice to master, but by tackling these 4 areas, achieving a balanced life is right around the corner.